Alright. Knowing our luck, it's gonna be that territory up above that we have to go to first. Still, let us see what awaits.
What about this?
Let's see.
What about this? What about this?
Let's go with this.
I'll handle it.
Now then.
Got a bunch of stuff that I didn't necessarily need as well. Well, this is one of the rare times I actually do have an opportunity to look at the exploration phase right after a battle, given how quickly it wrapped up. Let's see to it. The Empire lies in shambles. We won't even be able to rest in a nearby town at this rate. It may not be readily apparent within our camp, but many people have lost their homes, and more continue to do so each day. I can sympathize with the loneliness that comes from losing one's place in the world. Although, I guess if you never had any knowledge of your place, I wonder what would be worse.
You've got a spring in your step today.
Things have really calmed down in the kingdom. It's nice not having to look over one's shoulders all the time. I'm relieved His Majesty was able to work things out, and that the church is keeping order now. I appreciate what they're doing, but I have to admit, it's also kind of scary. What do you mean by scary? You afraid of getting on their bad side?
Nuh-uh.
What? No, that's not it. All I'm saying is that we're trusting them with a lot. What, with the church? Or, To be fair, if they did fall, that would be a serious blow at this point. How did things get to such an awful point? Where in the world is 80? They say she's injured, and that Duke Ira is leading the Empire in her stead. But what if 80 is already... No, I don't even want to think about it. Yeah, it's gonna be rough, isn't it? Well... What's out here? A whole bunch of people have been defecting from the Empire lately. I did the same. I worked for the Empire at the beginning of the war, betting they would win.
Yep,
And now my money's on the kingdom. I'm riding this prize horse to victory. Oh boy. Well, I guess there's bound to be a few people. My adoptive father sent a missive apprising me of the Alliance's progress. They have already crossed the Aramid River and invaded Empire territory, though the Imperial army has been slow to respond. Something is clearly amiss in their ranks. I'm concerned about Edelgard. I think everybody... I think everybody is right now. Maybe I shouldn't have recorded today if my throat's gonna act up on me.
Hey!
You doing alright?
Thanks.
Yeah, thanks. Just trying to hold back a sigh. Staying quiet is just less effort overall. Unless you want to chat about something. If that's the case, we can talk as long as you want. Maybe that'd be better, honestly. Didn't expect to get 2 arrows on that, but I'll take it. Let's see.
The thing is...
6 months ago, I wanted to protect everyone from the Imperial invasion. But now we're the ones invading. I can't help but feel kinda guilty about it.
You sure?
The Empire started this war in the first place. What's wrong with fighting back? I'm just not sure that reasoning is convincing enough for me. Though if we mess up here, the kingdom will just be right back in the same danger it was in before.
Let's give it
I can't let every little thing get to me. I'm going to do my best to follow your example. I had a feeling disagreeing wouldn't get me much, but so be it. Bandits attacked my caravan not far from here. I was the sole survivor. I had no idea what to do or where to go, but the Knights of Saros came to my rescue. All this time I thought the Central Church was just a steaming pile of garbage, but I guess I was wildly mistaken. Yeah, there's gonna be a lot of those stories now, aren't there? Probably a lot, yeah.
Hold on.
Us mercenaries can't always choose who we fight. But if I have to kill someone, I'd rather they be bad guys, like the Empire. How about you? Yeah, I'll take them over fighting the good guys any day.
Alright.
Let's put as many of them in the ground as we can, and restore peace to the world. Here goes nothing then. Also, wasn't I supposed to be able to play as the Gatekeeper, or is that only for a New Game Plus file?
Nothing to report.
Greetings, Commander! Nothing to report! Well, actually, there's loads to report, just nothing inside the base. The Imperial territories are in complete chaos. My family lives in Enbar, and I'm just worried sick about them. Oh, I'm sure. How are you two doing?
Seriously?
So, Balthus, what were you doing cozying up to the Empire? Did they pay you that well?
Right.
Pretty much. Till a few months ago, I was practically living in the lap of luxury. You picked a bad time to defect then. I suppose you liked taking orders from a sniveling lowlife.
I don't know.
You're really gonna go there, huh? Though I guess you know all about taking orders from lowlifes. I heard you were fighting alongside those chumps from House Row and Aryan Road. As if I went back there by choice. A stable's manure pit would be 1,000 times more preferable. You still got a mouth on you, that's for sure. But you know, it's oddly comforting. Right back at you. I'm relieved you're still the same old meathead. Good to see you too, buddy.
What do you want?
Whoa, quit staring a hole through me, would ya? All I'm doing is delivering some packages for my lady. More specifically, I serve Lady Hilda of House Goneril. This one's got tea leaves for Lord Lawrence, and this one contains sweets for Lady Marianne. Then there's this dusty old book for Sir Ignaz. Oh, and some meat for Sir Raphael. So she's thought of pretty much everything then. Go ahead and check them out if you don't believe me. I swear to the goddess I ain't doing nothing shady. Yeah, I guess Hilda is...
Supplies are the
well,
lifeblood of any army.
you know, Hilda does understand people, and I guess when push comes to shove, she can be considerate. The operative word there being can. My father has finally returned. He may have relinquished his position as Duke, but he's still running himself ragged. Not that I have any room to talk, since I'm always away fighting on the front lines. I really should go back home and see how my family is doing once in a while. Yes, you should. If only so that Rodrigue might relax at least for 2 seconds.
I wish to speak with
I received word that a suspicious character named Myson was among those colluding with the Western Church. This person reportedly wields a power similar to your own. Do you have any idea who they are? Not a clue, but I wouldn't remember even if there was some connection. My apologies, I did not intend to upset you. The Archbishop is concerned about this individual as well.
That is all.
Please understand that I was compelled to ask because of my position. However, I do trust you. Wait, what? Who are you and what have you done with Sedith? Who are you and what have you done with Sedith? I heard we're going to start attacking the Empire a bunch. Have you lost your minds? How can this be happening? I don't want to die here!
Yeah.
It's like,
I don't know.
what's that saying? You can't do things by halves? If we back down now, the Empire will take the opportunity to counterattack. You have a point. I guess we don't really have a choice, do we? No, we don't. This would drag on forever if we didn't.
What could it be? The story goes.
The situation being what it is, my father hasn't presented me with many marriage proposals lately. However, that also means House Galatia's finances won't be improving anytime soon. I have no idea what I should do after the war is over. No, I can't think about this right now. I need to focus on the battles before us. Maybe I should give you the Merc Whistle. That might be amusing. I don't think anything new here has opened up, right? Yeah, I didn't think so.
Don't neglect your daily studies.
Have you need of me?
Even now, there are still nobles within Adrestia who care for its welfare, such as Baron Ox and Duke Gareth. And then, of course, there are men like Count Burgleys and Count Hevering. I've no objection to fighting them, but I do feel some slight hesitation. If only there was a way we could get them to work together with us to defeat Duke Gyr's forces. But no, that's impossible. I wonder why, though. Would that necessarily be impossible? I need to think about it. Shortly before the tragedy of Dusker shook the kingdom, another major battle took place in the western part of the Empire. The Imperial army was on one side of the conflict, but can you guess who they were up against? This area isn't far from the Western Church's territory, so were they fighting them? Too bad. Not even close.
Actually,
The allied forces of Dagda and Bridget invaded southwest Bodland from far across the sea. The Empire barely managed to repel them. Dagda was defeated, and Bridget fell under Imperial rule. We're headed to the exact location of that fierce battle. Oh, I bet Petra has some thoughts about that. I thought it might be that, but the time seemed a little too early by my recollection. Oh, new note. When King Klaus on his deathbed stricken with fever, Prince Crawford's troubles were just beginning. So sudden was his great father's illness that the king had yet to decide which of his sons would succeed him. Crawford's eldest brother Banfig was a talented warrior and military strategist, but he was also a gentle soul with no desire for war or power. Leadership would not suit him. His younger brother Kite had his father's wisdom, and was able to remain cool and calculating no matter the situation. However, that was precisely why the knights regarded him as too cold-hearted. Unlike his brother, Crawford lacked a crest, and thus the strength befitting a member of the royal family, so he had never seriously considered challenging either of his brothers for the throne. However, the thought of one of his brothers dying in a struggle for succession was almost more than he could bear. One day, Klaus's sister Morianne found a note supposedly written by her brother. It said simply, "He is most beloved by the people shall have the throne," and was unmistakably Klaus's handwriting. This brief note would soon become the impetus for a tragic and bloody war of succession. When the fighting was done, the knights split into 3 factions, each supporting a different prince. The Knights of Fargus sided with Banfig, Mock with Crawford, and Lester with Kite. They agreed to divide the kingdom itself into 3 as well. She despaired that her scheme had failed. Her plan to install her preferred Prince Kite as king was disrupted by one so banal as Crawford. Now, after innumerable casualties, the 3 brothers were putting down their weapons. This appears to be a novel retelling part of Fargus' history. Okay, so that's the struggle that led to Lester forming in the first place then, eh?
I was thinking.
Oh, Commander, before I forget, have you heard the rumors about Gerald's mercenaries? Word is they're still with the Imperial Army, under General Randolph's employ. I wanted to make sure I could fight alongside you, but I got injured in the last battle. So I'll be sent to the rear for a while. Just be careful out there, okay? Yeah, although, this is chapter 11, right? Hang on a sec. That's what I thought. Okay, we don't have to worry about it just yet. They haven't set up enough flags for that. I walked until I thought my feet were gonna fall off, but this land just stretches on forever. But get this, I heard that if you keep going a little further west, you'll see a gigantic ocean. I thought the ocean was only to the north and south. You learn something new every day. Well, I guess by the standards back then.
The truth of it is,
How many years has it been since I lost my parents to the epidemic? My siblings and I had no place to call home, nor any food to eat after that. We were all wasting away. There was no one to turn to, and we barely had any money. So I did some things I'm not proud of in order to survive. In that town we passed through a little bit ago, I saw so many kids in the same situation. It made me think about how we have to end this war as quickly as possible. Yeah, just a bit.
Hey!
Look, I don't mind fighting the Empire, but we have to let General Randolph live. He turned a blind eye when I escaped from the Imperial camp. No one wants to be a part of the raids they're doing, not even him. Please, you gotta believe me. Wait, they're the ones actually sowing chaos right now? What the hell is going on?
that reminds me.
I'm actually a minor lord from House Gillinger? Well, so I could be considered Imperial nobility. My uncle is the head of the family now. He's a man who lives and breathes violence. I got sick of his guff and took off. I don't even consider him family anymore. He's been kicking up a fuss in the West, and it's high time we put him in his place. I guess that'll be our next opponent then, if you're planting a flag like that. Guess we'll find out. Also, while I'm
Allow
here,
me to assist with any matters regarding the facilities.
only I hadn't already finished upgrading that. Still, it's about time I let Eredbar and Lewin come back out to play. Let's see, what else should I go for? That could be fun. What else would be good? Honestly, this is probably more useful long term. That way I can really make good use of
I
it.
may be of further service.
In truth,
His Majesty's mother passed away shortly after he was born, which meant he had to grow up without a mother's love. That is why he adored Lady Patricia as though she were his real mother. Perhaps I never should have shown him that letter. You don't have to worry about Dimitri. He's more mature than you think. Besides, the letter would have found its way to him eventually, even if you hadn't given it to him.
yes, I see.
A valid point. Perhaps you are right. I ask that you continue to support His Majesty as a trusted friend. Alrighty then. Wait, who else is over this way? Wait a minute. There's another conversation from you?
That
Okay.
aside,
The time is ripe for us to seize the Empire's lands. The enemy will undoubtedly risk life and limb to resist, just as we did 6 months ago. We mustn't forget that we are the invaders this time, trampling on others' land. Yeah, there's a lot that we'll have to worry about going into this.
Hi there. Oh, that's right.
Did you know that there's a truly exquisite opera house in the Imperial capital of Enbar? I went there with my mother and brother a long time ago. Every part of it was beautiful, from the performers to the architecture of the building. I completely lost myself in the opera, and all the pain and sadness I felt just drifted away. I would love to go back and see the opera again. Maybe I should talk to Dorothea about it. Wonder how different it would be if I didn't recruit Dorothea. It seems like the supports and a lot of things are just assuming that you choose the recruit option every time. I wonder what happens if you don't.
How can I help you?
It's so nice and quiet here. Such a far cry from Ferdiad. It's the Guardian Moon, and yet there's nary a speck of snow. No one will be freezing to death, will they? Up north, snow stays on the ground until the end of the year, though sometimes it's still falling during the Great Tree Moon. They say the grass is always greener, and it turns out I'm a little green with envy myself. Yeah, the Empire does have the breadbasket of Fodlan with Gronder Field, don't they? Even if that's not a focus for us now.
Well...
The coming battle will be decisive. We face the lords defending the Empire's western front. Gareth, Ox, Killinger, then there's Hymir and Essar as well.
What do you think?
No doubt you have heard of some of these houses before.
That reminds
I think
me.
we helped some from House Ox a long time ago.
Right.
Yes, that's right. You may also remember Professor Hanneman, who taught in the classroom next to ours. He was from House Essar. We have no strong attachments to them. However, some may find it difficult to raise their swords against this particular opponent.
Please.
Be mindful of such individuals. Oh great, we're gonna have to fight against Hanneman and... Wait, where is Monica anyway? Surely she wouldn't stand for what's happening to Edelgard, so... Unless... I wonder... Actually, those who slither in the dark might try for vengeance, though, given, well, that she was gonna be a pawn for Kronya.
In fact...
You know, I used to think there was no reason for us to be at war. But after witnessing the devastation in the Empire, I realized there are some things that cannot be overlooked. We must save the people of this land, even if it means resorting to combat to do so.
Well?
I am certain everyone in the Kingdom Army is fighting with the same conviction. Time will tell, I suppose. What are you up to? It appears that some generals in the Kingdom Army do not trust the Alliance. What about you? Do you have confidence in us as your allies in battle?
Right on.
Yeah, I trust you. Claude's a different story, though. Ha! You are right to be wary of him. I cannot help but feel sorry for you, despite being our ally. That being said, we have not received any duplicitous orders from our blackguard leader. Yeah, from our blackguard reader. I keep wanting to go with an R instead of an L. From our blackguard leader. There we go. Of that, I give you my word. This is why I'm not a voice actor.
Come to think of it,
The Kingdom and Central Church are carrying out a joint inquiry into the Western Church. They're doing it that way because some suspicious people infiltrated the church itself. Lady Rhea will be overseeing the inquiry as well. Once the investigation is complete, a new bishop will be appointed, and the West can begin working towards stability. Still, it makes you wonder how those mages managed to worm their way in to begin with. It does make you wonder. I am not knowing what has become of them, but I am thinking Bridget will no longer be having a relationship with the Empire in my lifetime.
yeah.
Yeah, you don't need more reason than what's happening around us.
I have this pleasure.
Yes, when they are burning their villages and hurting and stealing from their own people, they are not worthy of trusting. Yep, okay, that bridge has officially been burned. Not outright torched at this point. Excuse me while I walk in front of your firing line. That'll surely have no consequences.
Good day to you.
Long ago, part of this area belonged to House Nouvelle. They produced a number of distinguished mages, and were even favored by the Emperor. Word has it they were utterly obliterated in the wake of the Dagda and Bridget War. I suppose no matter how prosperous a house is, they all fall to ruin eventually. Huh. Wonder if we'll be seeing Constance in the next battle then.
It's you.
Would be a fitting time to bring her in, since the things are about to get very crazy from a story perspective. This is unfathomable. There is naught but cruelty and suffering at every turn. albeit to various degrees. Villages burned to the ground, towns deserted, rampant poverty. I have to wonder what Edelgard thinks of all this.
Let's see.
My guess is she's frustrated because she can't really do anything about it.
No.
She is the Emperor. One would think she could at least stop her forces from pillaging. Though if she truly cannot, then our suspicions are all but confirmed. Regardless of her circumstances, there is but one path before us.
No, then.
Take the Imperial capital and end the war. We need only to press onward to achieve that. But why engage in raids to begin with, though? Surely
Time to
eventually
work
that
you into shape.
comes back to bite you in the ass.
With proper training,
Am I
you'll
over-
be
well.
unstoppable.
Yeah, whatever. What do I know, right? I'm just watching this all play out.
Which battlefield are you headed to?
Okay. Ooh, Paralog. Raiders from the north. Wait. Raiders from the north involving these three specifically? Kind of want to see through this one first. Let's see. Have to recover points for that one. Let me go deal with the usual. Let me go make the usual rounds at the training field
sure you're
and the and the kitchen. We'll see if there's any story points, and then we'll go do that paralog, because I've actually got a lot of time today. So I can afford to bundle this all into one session and then porting it off later on. How did Happy get a hold of Eredbar? Still, there's a lot that I can open up now, and unfortunately it's all prohibitively expensive. Let's see, who do I need to bring into battle next? Marianne and Catherine, huh? Let's see, I don't have Bloodgang, so I don't have to worry about that. So I guess Thunderbrand is the target then. So what's Relentless Barrage? Ooh! Reduced cooldown of combat arts, and with that high durability, that's useful. That's useful. Okay. What do I want to work on next, though? What do I want to work on next? I'm assuming these are only accessible if you have the Crest of Keyhole, but... Still, not the worst idea. Look at all this Umbral Steel and Mithril I have as a result of Maddening mode. This is about to get a hell of a lot easier. I guess we can hit the Caduceus staff next since we're bringing Marianne. Nice and nice. Alright, that should be all for now. Let's get into battle.
Which battlefield are you headed to?
Let's see. So I have to go to one of those. Well, we'll do one. If something small comes up, I can always cut to that. Well, later on anyway. I do want to hit that paralog before I'm done. So let's see. Marianne and Catherine were the ones, right? Ooh, bring Selene along. And then where's Catherine?
I'll crush them all.
Nice. Okay, not ideal though, so I think what we'll do is we'll bring... Actually, we could use Shamir, right? Because... Oh yeah,
Let's clean up.
let's just make sure we give you the good stuff. Is that really my best bow that isn't A rank? Oh boy, maybe this is a bad idea. Take this. The best I've got. I guess you're just gonna sit behind somebody. Who else should I bring in? Well, I need someone... Well, I need an axe swinger, so... I could have Annette as a brigand and bring her, have her bring along Crusher. That could be fun, actually. I'd need to go augmented real quick, but you know what? Let me go do that, actually. Let me go augment Crusher. I think I can get enough money for it. Just give me about 5 more seconds. And let me just set this up real quick. Yeah, this will be amusing. I'll throw Marianne behind her just to be funny. Although, let's give you the ability to mess with mages real quick. So I need to give you this. Yes. Yeah, take the Gadusha staff. And then... Actually, this would be useful. I wonder how well that'll work. Either way, let's go improve Crusher real quick.
Is this it?
Ooh, that's really useful. Okay, yes, we are definitely going onto the field with that. Okay, let's get back out there.
Keep your eyes open.
I'm gonna.
Time to go
And
to work.
here we go.
As they say, 2 swords are better than 1.
Please.
Is that what they say?
Do my strength. Pull my weight. Just you watch.
I'll do whatever it takes.
Just watch.
Alrighty, let's go find someone to beat up.
I'll fight
How does silence work? So you basically can't attack then, huh? That's brutal, holy crap. I should make you immortal. If I can find Blutgang in this run, I should... Also, how effective is this? Well... Okay, so it looks like I have to basically use combat arts in order to make this really effective, but still. Nice! Very nice. This is so stupid.
I'll give it a try.
Silence him again! Assuming I actually land the damn attack. Okay, keep at it. Oh, that's the button I need to hit.
Give me a hand. If you would like, maybe. Not gonna hold that.
Alright, that should be enough to knock you out. Not quite? Okay. Open him up.
I'll assist you.
There we go. That's more like it.
I'm not stopping now. I'll give it 1,000%.
Alright, go mess with that guy while I switch to Shamir. There we go. That's some damage. Not an amazing amount perhaps, but useful all the same. Oh wow, that was a lot. Go Catherine. I just realized that Net's taking a lot of damage from all this. Oh jeez. Maybe I shouldn't have a Net on her own.
Really?
I'll handle this.
I got this.
Catherine, why? Alright, open him up. Reinforcements, eh? Alright. This looks like a good group.
Counting on
Mulcha.
you, I'm always here for you. Enjoy your eternal sleep.
Alright, that knocks out the grappler and does substantial damage to the rest. Well, substantial damage as it murders every last one of them, apparently.
I've got it.
I'll finish this.
Let's clear it out.
There we go. How we doing? Oh, we're doing great. Keep at it.
You're finished. Guess it's too late to ask for forgiveness.
Oh jeez, that's a lot.
Before defeat here. I'm tougher than you think.
Keep roughing him up. There we go.
Time to make a name for ourselves.
Oh geez, that's a lot of people who just appeared around us. Let's just keep spamming and hope it works out for me.
I want to. This will make things a little
Ooh.
easier on us. Gotcha!
Keep hitting them.
If you would like, maybe.
How are we looking? Oh, we're fine. Remind me, what are our objectives? Ah, so we've got a time limit on those warlocks, huh? That should be easy enough.
I'm with you.
Alrighty. A Nouvelle General, what?
Let's carve a swath through the battlefield.
Okay, now you're just running out of ideas, game.
Looks like you got one tough fight on your hands.
Oh hell, that could kill. And it did kill, damn it.
I can't move my legs. I think this is it for me.
I haven't had a death in this game in a long time. Ow.
I'm not falling.
You scum. Excuse me while I go amend that.
Guess it's too late to ask for forgiveness. That was amazing.
One of these days you guys are gonna break.
Time to make a name for ourselves.
Alright, same problem as before. Let's see if we can actually mulch him this time.
I do hope you'll make this fun.
Alright, knock him about a bit. Okay, this should knock out a few of them. Hopefully. Good. And at least knocks out the warlocks.
If you would like, maybe.
Okay. Hopefully this time we won't run into the same problem as before.
Not gonna hold back.
Alright, so why a Nouvelle General though? Because would Constance really have been able to rebuild her house at this point? Hard to say.
Looks like you got one tough fight on your hands.
Alright, rough him up. Alright, so we got the Nouvelle General and Shamir.
got it.
Well, actually,
I've got
yeah, I
it.
can send Shamir this way.
Gotta get it together.
Well, and a War Master needs to be mulched. Yeah, no, you're gonna have to work a little harder than that.
You're finished. No backing down.
Take this. No. You're gonna have to work a little harder than that. Only a little, though, knowing my luck. Come on. There we go.
Stand back.
Alright, Annette, you can run up ahead to deal with the Nouvelle General, or at least start dealing with him. Although I'll probably want Catherine to go do all the work there, given that she'll probably deal the most damage. Because I'm pretty sure Annette's damage is mostly magic at this point. Which actually might make it a little difficult on her, given that the type... Well, given that at this point we're mostly dealing with Holy Knights, Dark Knights, and Pallies as far as Spearmen are concerned. Actually, most of the spear users, well, lance users in this game, have some sort of efficacy against that. Well, have higher magic resist.
I'll give it a try.
Hit him with silence.
The next time.
Actually,
Than you think. No backing down.
real quick. May as well burn this while I've got it, right?
Gotcha. I came here to win, and that's what I'm doing. I know we can count on you.
Let's see how far we can go with this. quite far, apparently. We can keep setting this up. It's actually kind of ridiculous. Oh, a bunch of other people came running after us. That must be why. Well, they'll all eventually go away, but for now, let's keep mulching them. Alright, that bishop's still up, so I guess you're the next victim. Rude! I'm gonna have trouble maintaining the momentum. Okay, you're actually doing a lot of damage to me. Well, I've just ceded... Well, doesn't look like I was gonna get it anyway, not with this arrangement. Ooh, hello. I'll take this. And then immediately lose the Awakening Gauge.
If you would like.
That's okay. Still did a lot of damage.
Not gonna hold back. This is it. I'm with you.
Why are you moving more slowly? Did he hit you with something that makes you move more slowly? Feels like you're moving more slowly anyway. Maybe I'm just imagining it. Yeah. I can't speak English, right? I've been going for a while, though.
Let me at him.
No, Catherine's moving more slowly, too. It's not just my imagination. Maybe I should have put some recovery magic on. I wonder what's causing it.
I'll kill you all.
Well, looks like it's not in play anymore, so rough him up. That's one way to do it.
I won't run away anymore.
Wait, what? Is there an achievement from playing with all female characters?
Not stopping now.
I wasn't even thinking in those terms. Okay then.
That should come in handy.
I'll put this to good use.
Nice. So is there a story point? Not yet. Okay. Well, if there is one, I'll just cut back in with it after I'm done with the paralogue.